Oh no, AEW. Are y'all about to let Mark Henry walk? Why is my voice this high? Oh my god, man. Are they really about to let Mark Henry walk? Apparently, his contract is up in a month. Host of Busted Open Radio, Mark Henry, could he be saying goodbye to AEW? The most that I've seen from Mark Henry lately has been on the Busted Open podcast with Bully Ray and Dave LaGreca. He's been doing a phenomenal job with that podcast, and they've been growing leaps and bounds. Started off Sirius Radio, and now they're pretty much on YouTube. And I mean, they're doing great stuff. I love their takes. I love their chemistry. They're really doing a great job together. And I haven't seen much of Mark Henry on AEW TV. I remember he used to do the pre-fight, pre-main event commentary where he would interview the wrestlers in split screen format, like a big fight, give it a big fight feel. And I haven't seen much of that, although I have not been watching Rampage lately. So admittedly, if he's been doing it on Rampage, I just haven't seen it. But Mark Henry, man, is a very, very good talent scout. He is exceptional with finding talent. And I believe for a while for AEW, he was doing it for Dark or Dark Evolution. But I haven't seen much of that lately. I don't know if he's still doing the recruiting. But for those that don't know or are not in the know, Mark Henry was responsible for finding Samantha Irvin, someone that I highly respect and have put over on several of my videos that, probably don't get a lot of traction because, people don't like the truth. And the truth is, she's a GOAT. She's one of the greatest of all time. And she's growing fast by leaps and bounds, and she's well studied. So, Mark Henry, I got to give you a lot of props for finding Samantha Irvin when you did. He's also just got a great mind. And when you have a great mind like that in the back of your locker room, it's going to help your young talent grow. His ability to spot great superstars is also needed in AEW, and I'm sure that's someone that you would want to talk to in the back to get an understanding of where you want to go creatively, because he's been in the business for as long as he's been in the business, and he's worked with some great minds. He's got some great advice. That's the one thing with the younger talent that apparently in AEW there's been rumor and innuendo that they don't want to hear a lot of takes from the legends that have come before them. Guys like Conan, Arn Anderson, Billy Gunn, Mark Henry, obviously. These guys are in the back in the locker room, and they have so much information to bestow to the young talent who, up until being on AEW TV, had only worked VFWs and small shows, or they did some overseas stints. So to be on national TV is a totally different monster. And this is just from a fan, but I've been to independent shows and I've been to, television tapings, and they are different things. They're different beasts, if you will. With independent shows, you don't have to tell much of a story. You just have to, you do in a sense of in the ring, you have to tell a story in the ring, but as far as the storyline, as far as getting involved in your character, it's less of that. You're there to have a good time. But for episodic television, you got to have some depth. You got to have some character development. You got to evolve. You've got to get people to want to see you lose or to want to see you win, depending on what side you fall under. And you got a guy like Mark Henry who's been on both sides. And his retirement speech where he was in the salmon blazer in WWE when he fooled John Cena was some of the best television I had seen at that point for the WWE. He had me hook, line, and sinker, as he did most of the people in the crowd. It was brilliant. The last time I saw something like that, I think it was the Sandman, where he was blind because he had gotten blinded by, I can't remember if it was mace or if it was fire, and it came out as a ruse, and he ended up caning, I think it was Tommy Dreamer. But it's an old school angle. I'm sure it's been done many times before, but Mark Henry put his own twist on it, and it was incredible. And that's the thing that you're missing if you let somebody like Mark Henry go. Just his ability to see talent and be creative and bestow information to the young crew to get better and to evolve on episodic television outside of the independent circuit. So I'm thinking if he is leaving, there's only one thing that I can see him wanting to do in the WWE. He's already a Hall of Famer, but there is one group that could potentially go into the Hall of Fame, and that is the Nation of Domination. D'Lo Brown, The Godfather, Clarence Mason, Savio Vega, Mark Henry, Farouk, the Great One, The Rock, and rest in peace, Owen Hart. They need to go to the Hall of Fame. It would be huge. I think now's as good as time as ever because apparently The Rock is going to main event or at least co-main event this upcoming WrestleMania, whether it be against Cody Rhodes or in some other environment. I fully believe he's going to be wrestling at WrestleMania 41. And the Nation of Domination, as far as I know, have not been in the Hall of Fame as a group. And that would be huge. I mean, that would be huge. So Mark Henry, if he's leaving AEW, his trajectory is to continue to talent scout, this time for the WWE, and to be around the nation as they head towards the Hall of Fame. Which reminds me, I could have done another video for this, but if it's Mark Henry in the Hall of Fame with the Nation of Domination, throw Lillian Garcia and Psycho Sid in that as well. I was shocked to find out that Psycho Sid had not been inducted into the WWF Hall of Fame, the WWE Hall of Fame, which is insane to me. I don't know if there was some animosity with God damn it, pal, Error 404, name redacted or not, but I mean, let's put all that away and let's give Sid, his flowers, because he needs to be in the Hall of Fame. It is due time. Lillian Garcia as well, and let's throw the Nation of Domination on top of that. But maybe that's a video for another day. But what do you guys think? Is Mark Henry going to stay with the AEW, or is he on his way out, and is he going to the WWE, back to the WWE, to get in the Hall of Fame with the Nation of Domination and continue talent scouting and putting over his Busted Open Radio podcast? You guys let me know in the comments. Again, this is Rob, the Wrestling Old Head, just trying to, drop some opinions, ask some questions, get some feedback, the huge. But until next time, you guys, see you soon, everybody.